First, the headlines. Naga student body condemns incident of drug arson on National Highway 2, issues directives. NSCN IM accuses Government of India of deceit in peace negotiations. Devotees flock to Assam's Kamakhya temple as annual Ambubachi Mela begins. A very good afternoon. You're watching ELITETV English News, and this is Heeyai giving you the news in details. Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh said that incidents of violence in the state have reduced, noting that out of the 14 months during which incidents were recorded, the actual crisis occurred only in 6 to 7 months, further hinting that an optimistic solution will be achieved within 2 to 3 months. Asserting that violence is everywhere, the Manipur Chief Minister told reporters that despite such incidents being enforced in other places, school and business establishments across the state have opened, further indicating that normalcy has returned in Manipur. Violence is everywhere and it has reduced particularly in Manipur. It is going through the last 14 months. However, I calculated that the actual crisis occurred in only 6 to 7 months. This indicated that other 7 months were peaceful as schools and business establishments were opening. Furthermore, the Manipur Chief Minister states that violence continues to prevail in some pockets of the state, owing to lack of security personnel. He informed that the security personnel who had left for election duty have now returned, following which the state government has deployed them once again in vulnerable areas. Now the situation will be better, Chief Minister Biren Singh added.
You see, violence is everywhere, and particularly in Manipur also, it has reduced like anything. You are right, it has going through the last 14 months, but even though does the actual crisis, violence taken place half of the months, means out of 14 months, the violence was, I calculated yesterday itself, it is only 6-7 months. Means another 7-8 months were very peaceful. Schools are opening, business establishments are opening. Everything is opening in the state of Manipur, but in some pocket, due to the prevailing violence, disturbance is there, no doubt. But slowly, due to the lack of security personnel, there was some small incident in the part of GD and some part of the state. But now, those forces which were left for the election duty has come back, and we have deployed in the vulnerable areas. And now, I think situation will be come down.
Do you really think somebody or someone has been instigating to continue the violence?
Really, you know that yes, the day before yesterday itself, the India representative in the United Nations Security Council has clearly defined that the unrest in the northeast of India is due to the influx and the drugs menace from the outside. So it shows the clear, indicates the clear, the root of the present crisis. So after knowing the details and after knowing the root, treatment will be very easy.
Okay. There was a high security meeting which was chaired by the Union Home Minister. I think something has been transpired on it in order to resolve this issue. Was there any sort of communication in that and to control the issue?
You see, after forming the third term of the Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji, the Manipur violence has been included on top priority to bring peace in the state of Manipur, and accordingly, Honorable Union Home Minister has taken up the high-level security meetings from all the agencies.
In response to escalating tensions and a recent act of arson, the Senapati District Students Association has issued stringent orders to protect the interests of its community and maintain peace along National Highway 2 Imphal-Dimapur Road. In a statement, the SDSA said that following an appeal made on June 3, 2024, for all parties to refrain from disrupting vehicular movements and to maintain the highway as a harassment-free zone. Slamming the Committee on Tribal Unity (COTU) for this regarding their appeal, the student body has issued directives despite efforts to remain neutral and hospitable. The SDSA condemns this act as a direct challenge to their authority and a serious threat to community safety. They demand that the perpetrators be identified and punished according to the law. In line with a resolution from the 2nd Federal Assembly held on June 1, 2024, at Tairamphung Tumno Pokpi, the SDSA has issued the directive, which includes the SDSA will not be responsible for any consequences faced by the Kuki-Jo community living within Senapati. The COTU and its subordinates will bear full responsibility for any adverse outcomes. Effective immediately, no goods or commodities will be supplied to the Kuki-Jo areas from Senapati or any sources within the SDSA's jurisdiction. This embargo is a response to the aggression faced and aims to protect the community's interests. All individuals, businesses, and firms within Senapati are prohibited from engaging in any commercial transactions or trade with the Kuki-Jo community. This ban covers all economic interactions. The SDSA warns that any violations of these orders will result in the violators bearing full responsibility for any harm or misfortune that occurs. The SDSA will not be held accountable for the repercussions of non-compliance, it added. In Manipur, the state cabinet has greenlit the simultaneous conduct of local election for autonomous district councils, panchayats and municipalities tentatively settled for September 24. Moreover, the cabinet has also approved seeking the viewpoints of the Hill Areas Committee concerning ADC elections. In response to the ongoing humanitarian crisis of internally displaced persons within Manipur, the state cabinet has established a dedicated cabinet subcommittee under Rule 13 of the Rules of Business of Government of Manipur. The subcommittee's primary mandate is to oversee the rehabilitation and resettlement efforts for the IDPs affected by the current crisis. Chaired by Ministers of Works and Yas K. Govindat Singh, the subcommittee comprises key ministers including Awangboong Nyumai, Water Resource and Relief and Disaster Management, Dr. Sapam Ranjan Singh, Medical Health and Family Welfare and IPR, and Kasim Wasum, Animal Husbandry and Veterinary and Transport. Commissioner Come Home Gyan Prakash Viram, IAS, will serve as the member secretary, with the committee directly reporting to the Chief Minister. The 10th International Day of Yoga under the theme Yoga for Self and Society was held in Thoubal District under District Administration Thoubal. The observation was held to further strengthen efforts to build a healthy nation with active participation from the grassroots level. The 10th International Day of Yoga was held in the district hospital, 3 community health centers, 8 primary health centers, 2 urban primary health centers, and 37 Ayushman Arogya Mandir Health and Wellness Center located at Thoubal Kuno Athokpam, Dentha, Kiam, Litanpok, Thokchom Benki, Thoubal District, Thoubal Khetri Lekai, among others. The observation was also held at various Gram Panchayats in the district, namely Wangjing Tentha Blok Sapam, Lorembam, Tentha, among others. The observation was held at village panchayat schools, Anganwadi Community Health Center, to inspire people, particularly the youth, to embrace a sustainable stress-free lifestyle. In the last 24 hours, the security forces conducted intensive search operation in the fringe and vulnerable areas of Manipur's Hills and Valley district, yielding substantial recoveries and ensuring safe passes of essential items. During the operations in Lonphai and Langching Manbi of Churachandpur district, security forces recover a cache of weapons including 19mm carbine machine gun with a magazine, 2 12-bore SBBL guns, 2 improvised mortars, pumpy guns, and 7 live rounds of ammunition. In addition to the successful search operations, security forces have maintained stringent measures along National Highway 37 and National Highway 2, facilitating the movement of 93 and 281 vehicles respectively carrying essential goods. A robust security convoy has been deployed in sensitive areas to safeguard those crucial supply routes. A 2-day workshop focused on changes in the ritual from birth to date and its impact to our economy was begun today at the auditorium of Manipur Institute of Management Studies, MU Paunam Gunindro, Singh Vice Chancellor, Manipur University of Culture, Thokchom Ibohol Meitei Chairman Organizing Committee, and Akham Langol Advisor, Southeast Asia Cultural Organization, Siko Kangleipak Grace, the occasion as the Chief Guest President and Guest of Honor respectively. Speaking on the occasion, Paunam Gunindro Singh expressed that many religious rituals from the birth to death are being practiced in the world. It is performed according as their customary laws. The nature of the rituals indicates the nation. But in our state Manipur, the nature of the rituals from birth to death have been significantly changed. This has resulted our culture is deteriorated. It also impacts to our economy. It should be stopped, he added.
Indigenous culture have that. Masi reflect or being a say high revisions in reflective. Masi reflect or was a quina, a topa, I quiggy. Anomayama Hapsilico, Hapsilocus of culture, Masak Lista, Kanihani, Yamna, indigenous Nataba, Mayama, would point a focus your. Say, for example, as a cake of I see a quick to the home of the cake of Panathan, using a high stage that we culture with the Masiamna, Tayono Potamneva. Masimana getting the question number to generations in the Hanglieva. Eh, my teaching the cake of Kamaito no culture to have a sumo question among Hangula. Other than Atana, Lady Mayam Sing Masi, cannot sing Sigi Kitan, Aquina, Hongpa, Targasupina, like it from Kaidana, Aqui, Similon the Sukaidanaba, Adi, Aqui Sanaba, Paramset Puram Sukaidana. Matokanam Tangadagi, Masi Upina, the Wadagi of culture Sukaidaba, Hebagi, Matanga, Nigo Mali, Masi and Yam Masi Upina, Yam the Fan, the Manzum not the one Topa, the Mamara, hiding music.
The Manipur government has released funds for the allowance of candidates from the Heeyai district who travel outside the state to appear for the UPSC CSC 2024. This decision was made following the directives from the Supreme Court of India. Amid ongoing ethnic violence, aspiring civil service candidates from the Kuki community did not come to Imphal to write their exams. As a result, many aspirant Kuki candidates are seeking financial assistance from the Manipur government. They requested the Supreme Court to give directive to the state government. According to Kumanthem Diana Devi, IAS, Deputy Commissioner of Imphal East District, the funds have been released by the concerned Deputy Commissioners. Notice has been made in this regard. The The note specified that each candidate would receive rupees 3,000 per day for 3 days, totaling rupees 9,000 per candidate. Although the preliminary exams were held on June 16, applications for assistance were still being received. The state government has set June 25 as the deadline for submitting applications. Candidates are required to send their application along with relevant documents, including their UPSC CSC admit cards, bank account details, and residential certificates. A book entitled Handbook of Philosophy for Class 12, written by Dr. Longjam Ritendra Singh, MA, B.Ed, was released this evening at Loktak Hall of the Manipur Press Club, Imphal. Sucheta Komukcham, ZEO, Imphal West, Inam Joy Singh, Controller COSEM, Professor L. Bishwanath Sarma, MU, Professor L. Thambal Singh, MU, Saya Maishtam, Principal Johnston Higher Secondary School, Imphal, Dr. Vinita Elangpam, Principal TG Higher Secondary School, Imphal, L. Jugindro Singh, Convener Kota, and Kalyani Devi, President, Amesta Grass, the occasion as Chief Guest President and Guest of Honor respectively. Talking to reporters, the writer Dr. Longjam Ritendra Singh said that most of the students of the state are economically backwards, so they are unable to buy high-cost book. Economically backward students are facing difficulty to buy high-cost book of philosophy. His book that is released today will help the economically backward student as it is low cost. And now let's take a short commercial break. To stay tuned for more updates.
Control urea creatinine wangbasu tha amagi manungda hanthaba ngamle khong hamba nungai tebasu numit mangani gi manungda fahanba ngamle pile saibadi nungsang nabasu chama da chama fahanba ngamle cholesterol wangba numit kunida normal oiba ngamle bp wangbasu tha amagi manungda normal oiba ngamle fatty liver oibasu tha amagi manungda fagat hanba ngamle pumnamak natural oiba hidak makhalna laing jabani hakchang da sokadaba side effect amata laite makhata hidak chabagi mathau su tararoi hena kupa parol gidamak ngasimak langsin birau diabetes hospital soibam leikai ayangpali road opposite Karkinos Jenims Hospital Porompat Imphal East near Punjab National Bank.
Saraswati Institute of Management and Paramedical Sciences, Pangai, Imphal East District, opposite to Manipur Police Training Center, MPTC, Heeyai Institute of
Government private hospitals in the clinical exposed to cooking
affiliated to Manipur University and then recognized by Pharmacy Council of India and then Indian Nursing Council, Masung MNC Manipur Nursing Council. Institute asida fangiba facility sing adadi separate boys and girls hostel, transport facility, amasung 12 hours library facility.
Approved by Ministry of HRD, New Delhi, Government of India.
Khudong Chaba Lobiho, Ritu Colentine's International Makeup Artist, shop number 4, outside Jalandhar Heights to 66 Feet Road, Folriwal, Jalandhar Leibana, Lemna Beauty Course, Amasung Hairdressing Course, Tambigadori, Khudong Chaba si Maruina, Awang Nongpok Bharata, Natural Calamity, Amasung Kanglo Kirang, Awabata Halaba Mahiri, Singi Kalaga, Makoyi Punsi Adu, Mahusagi Punsida, Amukana Purapada Mateng Pangbo in a Lokatpa, Minung Sigi Kongtang, Amani Hairi, Coursing Tambaloida Matung. Job placement ki khudong chaba su pigani hena kupa marol ki damak mobile number 7696211204 degi khangbiba yagani.
Welcome back, and let's see the further details. In a tense situation that erupted at Ramkrishna Nagar, Karimganj, Assam BJP supporters surrounded the local police station, demanding justice for an attack on BJP member Rajesh Das. The men accused in the case, former AP member Ranjit Das, has been arrested, while 2 other suspects remain at large. The incident occurred when Rajesh Das, the General Secretary of Bhairav Nagar Mandal BJP, was attacked in the Kalibari area of Ramkrishna Nagar last night, June 21. According to reports, Ranjit Das, along with 2 others, assaulted Rajesh Das, leaving him unconscious. Following the attack, a case was registered, prompting BJP supporters to gather at the police station demanding swift punishment for the attackers. In response, the police arrested Ranjit Das and presented him in court, where he was remanded to judicial custody for 14 days. Rajesh Das claims the attack was motivated by his close association with MLA Vijay Malakar. He noted that his relationship with Ranjit Das has been strained for the past 2 years. Huge number of devotees from across the nation have gathered at the Kamakhya temple in Guwahati as the annual Ambubachi Mela begins today. The commencement of the Mela marked as a period of great religious significance, drawing pilgrims from far and wide. Following the Pavriti rituals of Ambubachi Mela, the main doors of the temple will remain closed for 3 days. This ritual signifies the beginning of the annual festival, during which the temple is not accessible to worshippers. The Navratri ritual, scheduled for June 26, will signal the end of this period, and the temple doors will be reopened to the public on the morning of June 26. In preparation for the Ambubachi Mela at his Sri Kamakhya temple, the Deputy Commissioner of Police Traffic in Guwahati has implemented extensive traffic restriction to ensure the safety and smooth movement of pilgrims. These measures will be effective from May 5 am on June 22 until midnight on June 25. Only vehicles with authorized passes from the district administration will be permitted beyond Ma Kamakhya foothill towards the temple. Exceptions are made for emergency vehicles, including ambulances, fire tenders, and those carrying life-saving drugs, oxygen cylinders, and school buses. Vehicles with car passes can travel from Panduka Tiniali up to Bongsivagan. Beyond this point, no vehicles will be allowed towards the temple. Vehicles from Jalukbari will use the service lane of Nilachan flyover, dropping passengers opposite gate number 3 of railway headquarters. They will then U-turn under the flyover to park at Adavari bus stand or Boripara field. The National Socialist Council of Nagalim, NSCN IM, has accused the government of India of deceit and double dealing. The NSCN IM, a key stakeholder representing Naga interests in negotiations, has raised serious concern about the sincerity of the Indian government's commitments. Since the signing of the Historic Framework Agreement in 2015, aimed at addressing the long-standing Naga issue, expectations for a lasting peace have fluctuated. The agreement, which recognized the unique history and sovereignty of the Naga people, was held as a potential breakthrough after decades of conflict. However, according to the NSCN IM, the government's actions have fallen short of its promises. The group alleges that, despite assurances of respecting Naga sovereignty and territorial rights, the Indian government has engaged in deceptive practices. This includes what the NSCN IM described as deceitful maneuvers that undermine the spirit of mutual respect and trust essential for successful negotiation. The NSCN stance reflects broader sentiments within Naga society, where skepticism towards Indian government initiatives runs deep. Past agreements such as the Shillong Accord of 1975 have been vehemently opposed and labeled as betrayals by many Nagas groups. Tripura Social Welfare and Social Education Minister Tinku Roy said that the Tripura government has disapproved the High Court order which grants gratuity benefits to Anganwadi workers, following which they have decided to appeal to the Supreme Court. In May, the Tripura High Court issued a judgment stating that Anganwadi workers should be covered under the Panchayat of Gratuity Act 1972 after it reviewed 22 petitions filed by retired workers employed under the ICDS scheme, further citing a previous Supreme Court ruling in a similar case in Gujarat. The Tripura Social Welfare and Social Education Department came under tremendous pressure after the order of the High Court led to former Anganwadi workers filing numerous applications seeking gratuity benefits. Meanwhile, the Tripura department failed to acknowledge the application as the Tripura government had not approved the order. Furthermore, Minister Roy thus declared that the government will take the High Court's order in the Supreme Court, further adding that the state will appeal to the SC against the High C order, stating that many other states also do not possess a policy which grants gratuity to Anganwadi workers. The retrofitting construction works on the Umiam Dam is likely to be completed by the end of July, with imposition of load restrictions, informed Meghalaya Energy Corporation Limited CMD Sanjay Goyal on June 21, informing that work on one side of the dam has been completed and the concrete work on other side is underway. The CMD also stated that there is pending work underneath the dam, ascertaining that there will be an imposition of load restriction on the Umiam Dam in order to ensure that no further damage is done to the structure. Goyal informed that details of the load restriction will be revealed after consultation with the Indian Institute of Technology, Guwahati, are effectively carried out. He also informed the CCTV cameras have been placed to ensure that heavy vehicles do not ply across the dam. Furthermore, Goyal informed that the Meghalaya government has allocated around Rs 24 crore for the construction work on the dam. For ELITETV News Channel, contact to the email address info@elitv.in or 9402890982 and subscribe to ELITETV YouTube channel or follow on Facebook page, Instagram and X for more information about the channel. Before we close, let's see the top news headlines once again. Naga student body condemns incidents of truck arson on National Highway 2, issues directives. NSCN IM accuses Government of India of deceit in peace negotiations. Devotees flock to Assam's Kamakhya temple as annual Ambubachi Mela begins. That's all for the moment. Thank you very much for joining us and keep watching ELITETV English News. And for more updates, please do join us in 6 p.m. News Bulletin. And have a good day.